Working from home may have sounded pretty appealing at first, but there's a technique to it that not everyone can master, except possibly our David Pogue, who has a few tips.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, welcome to lockdown. Like anyone else who's got the luxury of working at home, I've been working at home. When I got a call from my producer, David Rothman. As I recall, the conversation went something like this.
How are you?
I'm well, David Rothman. Do you have a good idea for a story?
The idea is, what are the rules for working and living at home?
And you know what I should do? I should film the entire thing by myself without a crew.
Worth a shot.
So, here we go. How to live and work at home without losing your mind. First of all, curse that virus, but bless high-speed internet. The internet is our lifeline through this thing. It's how we socialize, it's our entertainment, it's how business gets done. This is the internet's big moment.
And we all became the Brady Bunch.
It's incredible what's going on over video chat these days. Meetings, of course, but also exercise classes.
Don't forget both directions.
I do it everywhere.
Church services.
We pray for those who are dealing with physical illness.
Game nights.
Okay, Billy gets a point, and so does Annie C.
Even weddings. And of course, concerts. So here's the first rule of lockdown life. Learn to use Zoom. Now there's a lot of great video chatting programs out there. There's Skype, FaceTime, Google Hangouts. But Zoom is sort of the hero of the coronavirus era because it's free, the picture is very stable, it's easy to use, and it can handle a lot of people in the meeting at once. I'll give you a little tutorial. To get a free account, you visit the website zoom.us and supply your email address. Then, whenever you want to start a video chat, you click Host a Meeting with Video On, click Invite, click Copy Invitation, and then send that link to your co-conspirators. All they have to do is click that link, and they show up on your screen like this.
Hi, Connor.
Hey, Nancy, how you doing?
How you doing? What's your job?
You might recognize a few of these characters who have never before appeared on your screen simultaneously. There's a little lesson on how to use Zoom, and you all are part of that.
Because if we can do it, anyone can do it.
Oh, I wasn't going to say it, but... Yep, I invited the entire cast of CBS Sunday Morning to join me for a little social distancing over video chat.
Yeah, curled up in the fetal position with Brussels sprouts and a robe.
Hey, she just asked me, she said, do they see me?
This is Robbie.
Oh,
So cute.
hi. Hey, ladies, what are we doing about hair color?
And here's a tip for all those video calls. You want the source of light in front of you. Observe. Window beside me, I look fine. Window behind me, I'm in the witness protection program. Those video meetings are a good example of rule number 2. It's really important to keep in good social contact.
As human beings, we've always sought people out to be with for a good reason. That's the way we were designed. And now you're asking us in the day of constant social connectivity to not have that.
I'm on a Zoom call with Sanam Hafiz. She's a neuropsychologist at Columbia University.
Block a time to have FaceTime or a phone call with a couple of people in your life that you need to check in with. Just have a laugh. Maybe don't talk about the coronavirus all the time. Limit your intake of the of days.
Are you pushing your child onto the camera?
I'm so sorry. Did you get hurt?
And there's your rule number 3. Kids and pets are now officially allowed at work. How are you managing to get through this?
I'm managing like everyone else. I get up, I make a list of things that I have to do.
Which brings us to rule number 4. Stick to a routine. It's a lot easier to get in the mood for being productive if you stick to a schedule. Some people find it useful to get dressed up for work even if they're not going to see anybody all day. And when work is over, just because you can't go out to the movies doesn't mean you can't watch movies together. At netflixparty.com, you can install a plug-in feature into the Chrome web browser that lets you watch movies simultaneously with your friends all over the country.
I recall Central Park.
Making your snarky comments in a little panel on the side. Finally, rule number 5. It's called social distancing, not house arrest. You're allowed to go outside. And you should. Take walks with people who live with you. Keep clear of other people, of course, but try to get out there every day. You can even have small gatherings in person, as long as you keep that distance. I know some local kids who all got sent home by their colleges, so they hang out in the parking lot of their old middle school.
My mom just doesn't understand.
Yeah, I can send me the email.
And my local librarian and her neighbors meet each evening in their apartment doorways for what they call cocktails in the foyer. It's social distancing with an emphasis on social.
Oh, wow, happy birthday!
Eventually, life will get back to normal. But in the meantime, as Sanam Hafiz says, there's room for more than one emotion.
You know, most of us should really count our blessings. I oscillate between the space of, sort of panic, distress, and sadness to utter gratitude for having a roof over my head and having a pantry stocked with food. There's so many people who don't have that right now.
You know what? The rules for staying sane at home aren't so hard to follow. Rely on the internet, stay social, stick to a routine, take walks. Life goes on. You just have to go at it a little differently.